Hello, gorgeous women in leadership. I'm going to tell you a story today about somebody who was quite disciplined, okay at their job, although not astoundingly great at leading other people, and also very driven towards making other people happy. I'm Chris Piccone. I work with mentally, physically and emotionally exhausted women to have more calm, flow and impact. And I do this through an 8-week online program that is one-to-one and tailored for my particular clients. So this person was me. Back in about 2006, I had a great job working for two amazing managing directors who were very generous and very supportive and also very loving, I might say. And the business was like one big happy family, effectively. I was managing a team of 22 to 24 people at any one time. And we're in the telecommunications industry, and that attracted some people who were young, vibrant, some were traveling and thought that this thing called Jokes on Chris time at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon was a great way for us all to get to know each other. The interesting thing about that is that it probably revealed more about me than it did about anybody else, because the jokes were on Chris. So here's where it gets really interesting. I had been through a period of time where I'd been doing some searching and really looking for what it was that would possibly light me up. And I landed in this position, this role of managing 22 to 24 people, because I was a yes person. I just kept saying, yes, I can do that. Yes, I'll take on that project. Yes, 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 yes. Now, what I needed, because I'd been searching for such a long time and I had this burning fire within me since I'd been about 15 years of age in high school commerce or economics for some of you, was I really wanted to work for myself and be a business owner. And so I'd been doing some searching and couldn't quite find the right place for me or the right thing to land on. And the interesting thing about this 18-month period at around 2006 for me was that it was absolutely a time for me to step up and step into a new identity, but I was really struggling with that. So I left that role and I went and did a few other things. I thought maybe studying fashion might be my thing because I'm very creative and I love color and vibrance. So I went and did that. Didn't quite work out for me. I also went and worked for a high-end fashion label for a while. That didn't really work for me. I ended up supporting a managing partner of a very big tier 1 professional services company. That definitely didn't work for me. And then I ended up in learning and development, which is absolutely my passion, but it was even more than that I needed to discover. So I went traveling for 12 months, as you do at age 36, and I started meeting a lot of people that really opened my eyes to a lot of things. The key people that I met throughout that time were really those who reflected back to me what they saw in me, which is a beautiful thing for any of us to be able to experience when people echo back to you what it is that is so special about you. But I wasn't convinced because I had this identity of not being good enough and not fitting in anywhere. And so in this role where I was managing up to 24 people at a time, I was doing, thinking I needed to be better, getting knee deep in spreadsheets and trying to work out VLOOKUPs and formulas and all that icky stuff that I now don't do any of. And I was trying to work longer hours and be more for the people around me and continue to say yes. And through that process, I lost my identity because I lost complete track of those things in life that really do light me up. So fast forward, came back from overseas, decided to start my own business. And I thought it was going to be a really useful thing for me to get knee deep in my education and really learn how to be effective at business, but also to start to pinpoint those areas of adult learning that I really love. And so I really got my teeth into neuroscience and NLP and human behavior, which is certainly something that I absolutely love. So I love being the person that reflects back to others what is important and special about them. So one of the things that I did throughout these last 8 or so years was I really focused on the brain and the function of the brain and how we work to patterns and how the brain needs to follow a pattern. And so I devised a strategy for myself that helped me to eliminate the mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion. And in that process, I really unpacked this whole piece around identity. And some of the things that my clients come to me with are things around them not knowing what is going to light them up, them not knowing what is unique and important about them. And this happens because we listen to so many messages from so many other people around us. And then what happens is their mind chatter comes into our mind and we lose all sense of who we are. And then we lose the ability to ration appropriately and to motivate ourselves at some times, to come to clear decisions. And this is where it starts to get really tricky for us as women in leadership, because our people come to us wanting clear decisions. They need clarity, they need confidence, they need that impetus to keep going when things aren't so easy. So I really love working with women who want to unravel their true identity and really cut through that exhaustion and get to a place where they can create more impact in their circle of influence. My journey has ended right here, where I'm standing in front of you and can say that I'm completely okay with my identity right now and completely happy with where I am right now in terms of still learning, still growing, still contributing, but also understanding that in order to get to this point, I had to take away some aspects of my identity that weren't serving me in the current year, Chris, 2020. And I then had to fill that void with some other great aspects or parts of an identity that I thought would be really useful for me to be all those things that I want to be as the multidimensional Chris in 2020. So a business operator, a mentor, a coach, someone who is quite strategic, but also can get things done through leading other people. And so I just want to share with you the fact that it's easy to rewrite an identity if it's something that is causing you pain because you're coming across as unclear, because you're not able to connect with people, because sometimes people take you in a light or take your decisions or take your words in a way that means that they don't get the results that they need to get. So just wanted to share that with you today. Would love to have a complimentary chat with anyone who is mentally, physically, or emotionally exhausted. I have a very simple strategy that can assist you, and I would love to connect with you. You can go to chrispiccone.com.au/consult, and I will see you here tomorrow.